Michael Divinity will start in LSU's dime package during the College Football Playoff National Championship, which is the first game in the senior linebacker has been eligible since late October. Running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire practiced without limitations, as LSU returned to the practice field on Thursday afternoon. Tigers getting prepared for the national championship game coming up on Monday, January 13th. Coach Ed Orgeron went through his post-practice press conference on Thursday, and he updated the status on his wide receiver, Terrace Marshall, and his offensive lineman, Damian Lewis.
It's going to be a couple of days before Terrace Marshall practices. I think he's going to be okay. He should be okay by the beginning of next week. D-Lou is going to take a little while, but there's a possibility that he will play. We're not sure yet. We just got to play it by ear. Other than that, the guys are ready to go today.
Definitely good news to hear on Terrace. That's a little concerning on Damian Lewis, given that you're going to be going against a good Clemson defense, a good Clemson defensive line, and Lewis. We'll ask Cole Kublik this, but I know where Cole put him on his All-American list, and Lewis has been the most consistent piece of this LSU O-line all season long, so potentially a big factor there.
One from Orgeron talking about what stood out from Clemson's quarterback Trevor Lawrence on film.
The play of Trevor Lawrence, the way I thought he took the game in his hands. But he made some big plays on that quarterback draw, the runs he makes. The play of their big-time playmakers. A-10's really fast. The scheme that they have, a little fake power, and they ran a little angle route with him, and they're winners. I think it's 29 games in a row. On defense, they're fast. Brent Venables will call blitzes and dial them up. It's going to be a challenge. It'll be a good challenge.
LSU will face Clemson in the national championship on January 13th. We'll continue to preview it here on Off the Bench coming up. Presented by All-Star Toyota. College football bowl games on Thursday night in the Birmingham Bowl. Cincinnati beat Boston College 38-6. In the Gator Bowl, Tennessee beat Indiana 23-22 with a 1-point victory. Heck of an onside kick recovery for the Volunteers late in that game on Thursday night. The New Orleans Saints, as we told you yesterday morning, Drew Brees was named the NFC's Offensive Player of the Month for the 5th time in his illustrious career after a remarkable December that included 15 touchdown passes and 0 interceptions. Saints left tackle Teron Armstead was selected as this year's winner of the Jim Finks Media Appreciation Award in a vote by the local media for his appreciation for the job that the media does and his honest and insightful answers. The Saints will take on the Vikings this Sunday in a wild card game versus the Vikings in the Dome. Speaking of the Dome, former Dome Patrol member Sam Mills is a finalist for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's already in the Saints Hall of Fame and in the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. Former LSU Tiger Alan Faneca is a finalist for the 4th year in a row for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Here's Marshawn Lattimore, Saints standout cornerback, talking about the playoffs and how the mood changes going into this time of the year.
I love it. I love the playoffs. Everything counts more. Every little thing. It's all about the little things and just preparation and just knowing what you got. Everything, the fake people, show up and the real people show up in the playoffs. So, I'm here for it. Everybody showed us, the world that we can do it. These past 2 playoffs, it was, last minute little things, but everybody knew, we can get the job done. So, we just trying to show people, we can.
The Saints are the real ones that Marshawn is referred to there. Also, I love the fact that at a time when Drew Brees initially returned and people was wondering, does he still have it? He doesn't look like himself. He's now your NFC Offensive Player of the Month down the stretch, going to the playoffs. I got my Domination shirt on. I think the Vikings are walking into a buzzsaw on Sunday in the Dome.
Cam Jordan talking about the defense's mentality.
I feel like our defense has grown and matured over the last 3 postseason opportunities, and again, this being the 3rd, I feel like we're poised to make a great run at this. It's not about what's happened before. That's a whole different other team. This is a team that has overcome so many different things, whether it be a quarterback going down for 4 or 5 games, us playing without some of our better players on our team. We talk about AK, Jared Cook, talk about any one of our DBs at this point. Missing a couple of linebackers, we found ways to win. So at the end of the day, now it's just a culmination of not only our experience that we put forth, but the talent that we have in our locker room. We're going to go out there and play all 4 quarters to the best of our abilities.
Yeah, it has been a really interesting tale of two sides of the ball, right? Where we mentioned yesterday the offense is coming into this game fully healthy. Exact same starting lineup that they had going in the first game of the year against the Texans, while the defense, they've had to move guys all around. And the next man up mentality has worked. And it's been because of guys like Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, Marshawn Lattimore being those kind of stalwarts in their respective position groups. I desperately want Cam Jordan to get a Super Bowl so that he can get his Super Bowl media day and get the nationwide respect he deserves, and that starts on Sunday.
Zion Williamson, the number 1 overall pick in last year's NBA draft, went through his first full practice since he had surgery on the meniscus in his right knee back in October. The team does not have a date in mind for when Williamson will play in a game, but is monitoring his progress in practice to see what's the best time that will be. The Pelicans are set for a Friday game in L.A. versus the Lakers, and then they'll play Saturday against the Sacramento Kings. Here's Zion talking about getting back on the floor.
I felt great today. I felt really good out there.
How was it just to get back out there, just to get back on the practice court for the first time?
It was great, man. Being back out there on the court, like literally on the court with those guys was a great experience. I'm glad I was back out there. If it was up to me, I'd have been out there like 2 weeks ago or something, but it was just good to get back out there.
But it ain't up to Zion. What do you think, Jordan? Do you think the professional wrestler, oh my God, that's Zion music? Do we see that Friday? Does he make his debut against the Lakers?
Not yet.
All right. You're right. I don't want to get my hopes up.
LSU basketball opens up conference play tomorrow morning in Knoxville versus Tennessee. That'll be an 11 a.m. tip-off for you on Eagle 98.1. Coach Will Wade picked up another commitment for the class of 2020. Georgetown transfer and Baton Rouge native Josh LeBlanc told John Rothstein of CBS Sports that he's committing to LSU. 6'7" Baton Rouge native and former 4-star recruit out of Madison Prep Academy. LeBlanc spent 2 years with the Georgetown Hoyas, where he averaged 8 points and 6 boards in 39 appearances. LeBlanc played in 6 games for the Hoyas in 2019 before entering the transfer portal. And former LSU and Houston Astros standout Will Harris is heading to the team that beat them in the World Series last season. Harris confirmed Thursday that he's agreed to join the Washington Nationals, with a source confirming to ESPN's Jeff Passan that it's a 3-year deal worth $24 million for the former LSU standout.
The second-ranked LSU gymnastics team, the 3-time Southeastern Conference champions, will return to the Pete Maravich Assembly Center tonight to open the 2020 season against the Pac-12 foe, Arizona. Introductions for the meet will begin at 7:15 p.m. with first vault on the SEC Network Plus at 7:35 p.m. The doors to the Maravich Center will open for guests at 5:45 p.m. The Tigers return 6 All-Americans to the squad, including Kennedy Edney, who is the 2-time NCAA champion and one of the top all-around gymnasts in the nation. That's right. Hashtag chalk up.
Chalk up. It's back, baby. Catch the fever.
Flying the flag tonight, right?
I hope you will, Jordy. I hope you will.
Dropping the runner-up flag from last season.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is that happening tonight in the
We've got the
Center?
runner-up flag going tonight.
That's a big promotion for gymnastics tonight. Come out and watch them drop the number 2 flag.
Flying, flipping, and winning. That's what they do. Flying, flipping, and winning.